Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel, really, really grateful for that. And oh, if you want to become a member, please do click the join button if it's available to you. Then YouTube will help you along the way. So as you saw on the title, we have Concacaf Nations League 2024-2025. Then we have Antonio, or main striker. Is it done for him at West Ham? We're going to talk about that as well because some parts in West Ham will be moving. So will he be a part of that moving? And how would we fix that if yes? And if no, obviously things stays the same. All right. And then we have like EPL to talk on because we saw Manchester United, as I told you before, got embarrassed yesterday by Crystal Palace. We have all of those things to touch on, and we have other reggae boys that we're going to be talking on, and maybe other conversations that come up in the video itself. People drop their takes on it and such. Let me start by giving um let me start by giving the guys them inside the chat some respect. So we have Chris Smith in the building, massive respect, Chris Smith. DNA football in the building, big of yourself. Man from Portland said good morning. Can you tell me if the coach still have a local camp? I don't know, man from Portland, and I have to talk on my subjects. And before I answer yours, sir. Property for sale, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Omar Fowling and float management here so far. So we have Pastor joined very early in this one. So I'm gonna give the axe back to Pastor. All right. So Pastor, how are you doing? Good morning. How are you doing? And what you
Um,
how are you doing? So I can then introduce the
yeah,
subjects at hand,
yeah.
and then we can chop it up the right way.
Well, I am thankful. I'm fair to find. Good morning to everybody in the chat
Fair to
and those who
find.
will rewatch the the video. Um, I think there's more than enough to be thankful for. God has been faithful, so yeah.
All right, all right. So um, let me start right here. Let me start right here then, because this is the easiest one. Bless up yourself. 433 presser. Marvelous. Lamar. Donovan. Big up yourself. All right. Yes. Let me start right here. At the end of the season, we're going to see Big Bad David Moyes leaving West Ham. West Ham at this point, I don't think they're doing bad, to be honest. A lot of teams could have done better this year. That is definitely true. But I don't think they are doing so bad that they have to make some changes now. So that is my problem right there. I'm trying to get the information up to give you, as it relates to the position that they are in. At least people that's coming in, I wanted to give them that. All right. So at this point, West Ham in ninth position. They are after 36 games played. So more likely they are not going to finish higher than the ninth because eight to sixth they're fighting for that spot. Sixth spot, still fighting technically for fifth spot as well, because Tottenham on 60 points and their games coming up are not easy games for them to win. All right. So realistically, the only place that West Ham can lean for is the eighth spot at this point. And I don't see them getting it, even though United is not really good. But they still have a game in hand at the same time. So was it deserved? Was it deserved to move away from Moyes before we touch the Antonio subject?
All right. Um, in our business, JD, there is such a thing as assessment and both quality and product assessment. Because I suppose that you enter business with a dream where you want to be. And if it is that they believe that Moyes is not a big dreamer, like the owners of the club, that Moyes is satisfied being able to play in the different Euro competitions rather than aiming to win. But they did win silverware. They did win some silverware. So, I mean, it is harsh to just level that on Moise. That would be the reason that they would move on from him. Maybe they want a different style of play, but these are business assessments. Will it work in the best interest of West Ham is another thing. Time will tell. But you can't fault owner to want to take the business or the product to a next level, and if he doesn't see that you're that person to take it to the next level, yeah, then that might be how it goes. The next thing is that you tolerate certain behavior styles as long as you're benefiting at a certain level. It doesn't mean that you love that style or you want to encumber yourself with that for an extended period. So maybe the mannerism of a Moise is not altogether shrinkanized with the owners, and all of these will impact the decision made. So that's how it goes in the business world. Professionalism is the order of the day, and so we make those assessments.
All right. So my take on it, it's not going to be as long as Pastor's one, and I hope it's not. All right. Yes, because that's how Pastor is, people. All right. Because he doesn't want to give him back the take because I was trying to butt in one of his points, he just never let me. But anyways, all I'm saying is I kind of agree with him. Kind of agree with him that there is stages for coaches. I see Moyes as the Sean Dyche of the coaching as well. When you are trying to break through a team to the middle pack, they might come way more important because they don't have the capital to hire one of the Jose Mourinho or the Guardiola
Hmm.
or those players, those coaches that take the style to a different level to revolutionize a team. But he can stabilize the team, so they are stabilizer managers, and I do
Hmm.
believe that the roster that I am seeing at West Ham now, I think it's a little bit harsh based on what he did last season and still stabilize them here. But as you said, the ambition of the owners, I hope they just pay him off well. Just pay him off well. Show him as much respect. Yeah, show him as much respect. But the quality of the players them that they have now kind of indicates that they might need to move on because they have Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio can play in several systems, which we're going to talk about Mikel Antonio. So let me move it aside. We have Maxwell Carney. Maxwell Carney had his spells in football, obviously injury, kind of doing bad. We have Danny Ings in the same team. So three players
Another,
of different
yeah.
levels, but still quality players that can link up plays for any
Hmm.
quality world level wingers. Here are the
Hmm.
wingers. Kudos is one of the best wide players in the world. In the world. One of the best young talents, 23 years old. Paqueta wanted by Manchester City desperately. Real Madrid wants him. Liverpool wants him. And Newcastle wants him. So he's one of the best box to box movers in the league or in the world as well. They have Bowen. Bowen is criminally underrated because I think he's better than a lot of the other hyped up English players them. But obviously he's not in the location to get that hype.
Hmm.
But his numbers always tell you that he's amongst the best in the world. All right, that is Jared Bowen. He's on the same team. Calvin Phillips, Manchester City, Loney. He could, he needs more game time to prove himself. Edson Alvarez, as I've said,
Yeah.
Edson Alvarez
Quality
is not
player.
a low. He's a quality player that can
Yeah.
link any system, especially technical systems, because he's a Mexican and one of the best Mexican players. All right, Ward Price, one of the most technically gifted English player, right there. Thomas Suchek finished there. Then you have Zuma from Chelsea, Kufal, Cresswell, Ben Johnson. And in goal, you have Ariola, which was touted as one high player before. You have Fabianski coming from Arsenal as well. So their squad is not a weak, diminished squad. I think their squad is capable of challenging. When I'm looking at this squad could easily well do what Aston Villa doing.
Is do it. Yeah.
I actually would have expected more from their squad
Hmm.
than Aston Villa this season. So I could see where even though they're not so far, behind, I could see where the coach could say, all right, then Aston Villa can't give a defensive on away games, but they give you something at home, so you could see a more appealing style. So I would want that appealing style. That's what I would say. So I wouldn't beat the coach, the persons hiring these people. I wouldn't beat them so bad. I could understand, sympathize with them because obviously people paying for tickets. English Premier League have some of the highest tickets in the entire world. So sometimes people know you're not going to drop out of the league, right? They know you're not going to drop out of the league. So they need a little bit more. They need you to take a little bit more risk. And that's where I do see where the board will make that move. Is it the right move? Well, next year we'll tell you. If you see them languishing in the in the
Relegation
relegation,
zone.
and that will tell you. But I
Then
think
then they go back for Moyes.
well, I think Moyes might get a different club because he's a stabilizer. So one of the
Hmm.
lower tier them, someone might grab him up and say, "All right, stabilize this team." Simple as that. All right, so people, as you come in, please do hit the like button. Very easy to do, and every day we have to ask you to do it. Very sad that we have to ask you every day, but hope you can find it. It's at the top, triple dot at the top, and that there it goes. Let me take a few comments because a lot of people came in. Donovan, big up yourself. Figo, big up yourself. Love Nations League. Osh Pop in the building as well. All right. Trady said Moyes was too defensive in the UEL or the EPL. Is away matches versus you mean in Europa League then? Yeah. Well, I think the entire league. No, but you can't beat him there, Trady, because I've just explained to you Aston Villa that everyone likes. Obviously, it's because Liam Bailey playing for it. It's nothing else. They play even more defensive than West Ham when they go away. Even more defensive. I am telling you. They even play more. Sometimes I'm wondering why they're doing this thing. Because I saw them play Liverpool one time and I'm saying, okay, this is how I want him to play for the entire season. But they got tore up in that game. That's the same game that Liam Bailey got double sub in. Um, and from that, they didn't try it again. They just decided that, okay, when we are going outside, we are going to make sure we stay in games and counter with our PSC players them. And then if we're leading now, we punish people a little bit more. But we're not going to play stupid because we are not at that level. Respect to the coach. But your statement here, I'm just saying that Aston Villa does the same. Most of the middle pack teams, that's what they do. So I wouldn't beat him for that. Bless up yourself, Africans. Thanks for the continuous support. All right. I see Concacaf is still committed to foolishness. Well, we will talk about that. I am trying to just get the information out as it relates to what we're on at this point. Father Bling, big of yourself, massive respect. Yesterday, Manchester United ticket was £150. All right, see it. Omar says, JD, how do you explain the improved play of Crystal Palace when every time a coach went there, they played defensive and was struggling? Could it be the same for West Ham? That's what I'm saying. They have the players. They have the players to believe that you should make a step up. The first thing is staying in the league, then stabilize the club, and then try to push up for everything. You don't just jump and go straight to the top. That's how the Premier League works. Because if you stay in the league, you're going to get 110 plus million every single year you stay in the league. So 3 years solid, you can buy even world-class players if you can convince them to come to your club, or they are young enough to take the risk of playing for your club to prove themselves. So that's how the league kind of work, to be honest. All right. Richard, Samuel's best of myself, thanks for being here. Lamar says, JD, thanks for the marvelous work and research that you've done to present us each time. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Lamar. And that's what I always want. I would love for people to appreciate it a little bit more. And before I even get into the next topic, I want to thank you guys because I kind of see something changing from the fact that you guys start supporting these type of content a little bit more, which is the football centric one. I've realized the tide is changing because the numbers them going on the football work. So keep on doing that great work, people, and let me keep on pushing. All right, come on in the building early. All right, early. Big up yourself. Thanks for that. All right, so let me move on now. let me talk about the Jamaican player, which is Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio is pivotal towards West Ham system, especially to bring Kudos and Boyd in play. Think he has proved himself over and over. They try to replace him with Danny Ings, Skamaka. It doesn't work. It still work out that he has a place there. Still getting older, so you think that this is the end for him because we know Mo is leaving. You think that this is the end for him, or you think
All
that
right,
he will be proven useful? Because I want to go to the next one.
Jade. I want to say it a particular way. Age is not a factor with Mikel Antonio. He's a player that takes care of his body, and so as long as he keeps himself, as long as he stays injury free, I don't think any coach is going to take over and throw away a Mikel Antonio that can do what he has been doing consistently. If Mikel Antonio is fit, he's relevant to the system despite the age. If he keeps this fitness up to 40, what you do? There are not many 20-year-old or 24-year-old that's
Mhm.
going to run Mikel Antonio off the park. So he's still going to be relevant. Even if he does not command the starting spot as much as he does now, he will certainly be an impact player, which will improve. West Ham would improve their depth if you have two or three persons who can play like Mikel Antonio, and you still have a Mikel Antonio. So long may it continue that Captain Jamaica remains fit. I don't, as long as his quality doesn't drop off, it's a foolish coach that's going to want to drop him or set. Because if you drop him, you just mentioned two players that they've tried to use to replace him,
Mhm.
two younger
Yeah, yeah.
players, but they have not elevated West Ham to the level that Mikel has kept them. So he gets back his place. The depth is always good for a champion contending team. So bring in players to supplement the squad.
All right. I don't think West Ham have a small squad. I saw a person's take that he uses a small squad. I don't think they have a small squad. They had injuries this year. And
Yeah.
they try to stay in games. With the injuries as well. They manage their injuries well because they have a system that works well because that's what he's used to. He's used to getting the most out of a limited package. So they never had a small squad. It's just injuries took them off the rotation. But what I'm saying, I agree with you. I agree with you that he will still be useful. But I could see a case that they try to move away from him or he leaves because I am seeing other bigger clubs like Chelsea that would do massively better without Mikel Antonio because they tried to buy him last year. It's just West Ham never wanted to sell him. You understand me? Because remember, I did video on that. They wanted to take him last year. Just West Ham. Because I am looking at Jackson. Jackson is mobile, a different version of Mikel Antonio. He's way younger. He's like 13, 14, 13, 12 years younger. So that is amazing. So if he could play a backup or even to start, I think if he goes to Chelsea, that could have revolutionized how Chelsea actually plays because Chelsea wants to play through the wing channels and they can't really do it so much because Jackson is truly a wing forward for me. He's not naturally I don't think he's a natural out and out striker. I think he's a wing forward more than anything else, and he's just forced to play striker because obviously strikers are very rare today. All right. So I think that he could leave but still find him way into a good place. So I don't think it's the end for Mikel Antonio at no point because I could easily see him as a backup at Chelsea 100% at this point, 100%. And other maybe if he's not a backup at Chelsea, I saw Everton try to be interested in him, but I think the Chelsea move was made way more sense because they don't have the out and out strikers. Nkunku, not naturally an out and out striker. Central forward to play in a three, he's good at that as well. Wing forward, he's good at that as well. You get me? But he would have been a legitimate striker that can give you 7, 8 to 10 assists and 10 plus goals as well. So I don't. The question was, is it the end for Mikel Antonio at West Ham? But I'm saying I'm just putting a flip to it because I'm giving a facts that they wanted him,
Yeah.
and he kept his season up. He kept his season up as well. He proved that he's still valuable as well. Because this season he played 24 games, had 6 goals, 2 assists in the league alone. So he had a good return. He had a good return
Yeah.
overall for a person that was injured for majority of the season. Bless up yourself, Chris Smith. Lulu, big up yourself, massive respect. Pressa said, JD, what would Chelsea do with Antonio? Chelsea, blasphemy, JD. Mind you make Chelsea fans get mad. Um, I think, Pressa. Clearly I know you don't know football like me. That is 100% fact. But I think you need to watch football a little bit more and stop thinking that making up names do anything. I think Jamaica get caught up in names too much rather than assessing players. And that's why over the years I've always got it bang on every single time. All right, because I'm watching systems. They just tried to buy him 8 months ago. So what are you talking about? Why would they see not the need to take him if he's free? He would have been a complimentary piece. It was literally what they tried to do to try and nurture Jackson. They tried to buy him to try and nurture the others in. So I am lost. But maybe you never knew that. So let me leave it alone because if
But
you maybe you never knew that. So let me leave it alone. So my thing was coming off of a fact. All right.
JD, without knowing that Chelsea sought to get him, which hold up player?
Yeah, but tell you what, I'm not going to make Preston's conversation be
Okay.
my head of my video. I
Be
think he has
relevant.
his channel. He
Okay.
has his channel, so this is a talking point that he will go with later. So let him go with that and talk about it. It's not gonna be my I just give him facts. So if him continue want to talk on it, it's Pastor, it don't make no sense you present someone with a fact and him
Yeah.
continue to talk. That tells you that he has a different ulterior motive. So you just leave him alone. All right? He has a different ulterior motive. So we don't have to argue it. All right? We don't have to argue it. If you listen to him,
Yeah.
maybe they need to buy Whisper one of them or Kaim Dixon to go and mentor Jackson. Mentor Jackson. So let me move on from that. Uh, Um, Kemai said, I hear Antonio broke fight because a player compared him to Chelsea Nicholas. Can anyone say if it's true? I don't know if that is true. Antonio plays the same as Spurs Brazil Diego Costa. It's possible. It's possible. All right. Dr. Gigi said, no, Chelsea don't need Antonio. Him a grandpa to football. That is true. If you want to say he's old, but I'm just saying, um, we are having a discussion, and that's why it's good to listen to what I'm saying and then you answer according to it, not what the narrative you want to push. And 433 is the narrative man. He goes with only what he wants in his head. Once I call a name, he just goes with his narrative. So I am not going to argue with him. Yeah, but the lovely people listen to what I'm saying. All I'm saying is Chelsea next season will not be a complete team. They are still struggling to put the ball in the back of the net and still struggling by link up play. They are they are a team that wants to kill you with pressure. What Chelsea did this season is to press better than anybody else and use the physicality to get their players up the pitch a little bit more. In the metrics this season, there is two players that did that more than anybody else per minutes played. Mikel Antonio and Jackson first, and Mikel Antonio second. So by mathematics, person don't make no sense because he's saying, why do they stoop low and old? Everything that he said makes no sense because if you're achieving something, if you can count to 100 and I am 100 years old, why it matters if I'm 100 years old if you're 20 and can't count to 100? Why
I
it
know.
matters? Because if I can count to 100, so I can. What I mean, literally, if I can get the job done, what matters if I can get the job done. Not getting the job done, because remember, we never said how long or anything. You understand me, Pastor? So I'm just breaking down something to the people. So if he's still that old and he has one of the best pressing metrics, why all even matter if he can get the job done? You understand me? So people, I just brought that to the table. I would love for me to see them. See them. Oh, I just even want a rumor saying he's going. They would want to take him. And I come here and write off Preston's career. Just write, because I'm going to remember these things, you know. I'm going to just come and write off his career. Just write off his career. What even if it's a link to his name? Link. Good morning, Chevron Plate. How you doing, man? JD throwing shades so early in the morning. No, I have not thrown any shades. I'm arguing pointers in the comment section. I have not thrown any shades. Precise here, and I'm telling him what I think. He's saying what he's saying, and I'm telling him. So there is no shades. If I'm shades is when you're saying something behind someone back or not clear enough. He knows that I'm talking him. Yes. Alj, big up yourself. How you doing, man? When the 60 man, I don't know about that. And Alj, the list full of things that we're chopping up today. All right. JD, Chelsea struggle with number 9 over the years, and he's going to solve the problem. Yeah, I don't think you listen to what I'm saying. So, Pressa, we're gonna move off that because I don't think you listen to what I've said. Rewatch the video and watch your comments then when the video finish, and you're gonna laugh to yourself. All right. John Nassau, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Mr. United, big up yourself. Markland Barrett, big up yourself as well. So give me a take in the comment section if you think that Mikel Antonio is done, because he's old and Chelsea have all of the world class strikers them from Jamaica to go and do the job. Let me know, all right? Yeah, because if you listen to some of them nonsensical people, that's what they would have told you. All
Ooh.
right. What? So Ball Eds TV said, why would Chelsea invest in a player like Antonio? Age. But Ballhead, why would they want him just 6 months ago? No, 7 months ago. Put it 7. Why? Just answer my question. Why would they want him 7 months ago? So sometimes you have to look at all the metrics comparable, because I've given you all facts just a while ago, and you cannot. And so tell me why. Tell me why. No, answer this. Ballheads TV and everyone that is going against me. Why is it he still covers more mileage than all of the other strikers them that you're going to talk about, and they're younger? So why would he still doing that? Why is he still doing that then? So that means he needs to down tools his legs then. Pastor, you know what? He needs to down tools his legs. You know?
You don't
Antonio.
like you don't like when I do this. But
Yes, you
every
don't like
time I
what
go
he's
on the
saying.
football field, hold on,
So
no? Every time I
Bale
go on the
TV.
football field
So
with guys
Bale,
with guys
one second,
20 years
Pastor.
younger.
So one second, Pastor. So Bale TV, until he don't tools his legs, his age of 34 is just a number. All right? That's the only thing I can say to you. All right? Yeah, go ahead, Pastor.
Every time I go on the park playing just regular football, the young guys 20 years younger. Some of them are still in their teens.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor, you tackle too hard, man. You tackle too. Michael Antonio, 10 years their senior, is outperforming them by 15 or more percent. And that is, and they're going to use his age. He's outperforming his youthful players by who are 10 years younger than him. Because none of the 24-year-old them now do what Michael Antonio do.
Yeah.
Maybe one or
So,
two. So
but you know what I laugh? None of them actually um um none of them actually watch the player. You get me? None of them actually watch the players. Presser only talk. You just go and you read an article. Clearly, you never know. So that is a problem. You never know. So that's why you need to read more on all the subjects then before you come in and just say words. Because I know you're very good at saying words, but you just never know. So a person that actually go through it told you about it, then you go to try research to say that you're educated in 1 second. Please just live through it before you jump the gun. All right? Be careful.
D- Dr. Gigi said,
Oh,
why we don't talk about Antonio going to our clubs that we support? JD,
this brother embarrassed himself, you know, man.
JD, Dr. Gigi said, why we don't talk about it? If Man U try to get Mikel Antonio tomorrow, Man U stocks go up and they wouldn't be fighting for sixth place. They would become a contender for Euros.
The
If
facts, the
Man
facts
U,
remain. The facts remain. The player is still able to put in solid performances,
exactly.
put up his numbers right across Europe, and he's still effective and one of the most effective players playing at striker. So I don't have an argument with any one of these guys. I've said even once he's leaving, I am done. I am going to come here and destroy um Pressa. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So let me
There's
move.
no
Let me move
rationale
on.
to
Let
what
me
they're
move
saying.
on. So Mikel Antonio, people, please let me know if his time is done with Moyes at West Ham, and if he's going to leave West Ham, if you see a next solid move in his way, let me know. All right, and be rational in your reasoning. All right, don't tell me that I'm a bigger baller in U21s as Whisper and a whisper time because Whisper don't even play the position that he plays. All right, yes, I'm going to tell that. I'm going to give you facts. So just be sane and have a good reasoning with me. All right, Chelsea believe in younger player in the system, yes, but they still have one of the oldest players in the league because sometimes it takes maturity to get others mature faster. All right, so all of those things are important. All right, so let me move on. Let me move on to the other embarrassment that took place yesterday. Let me just give it. Not we don't have much time on it still, but we're gonna still touch it. So Crystal Palace, did one over Manchester United, 4-0. And to be honest, aside from the first, what I would say, the first 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, and that little slight, no, put 35 minutes, first 35 minutes. After that, I thought that United kind of drop their standard, like because referee never gave the goal. That is their problem. Like from the chance went begging there, and the second goal scored, it looks like they dropped them overall self, which is shocking because I don't know. You're still playing for something, and if you're down 2-0, I don't see. Look at Tottenham. Tottenham got robbed. Tottenham got robbed the last time. With Arsenal, it should have been 1-1 instead of or at least a 1-0 and a penalty, right? Tottenham never stopped
Hmm?
playing. Tottenham continue to play, but United pretty much down tools.
That's the difference between a championship contender, JD. In the mind of a champion, he's going to come back from adversity. Manchester United at this time is not that team. It's my team, but it's not that team. They're not made of championship material at this present time. And for for all the people who don't understand the value of having a player with the mindset, is why I said he would improve Man U's stocks immediately because Mikel Antonio is a fighter for whatever minute he's on the field. So you would need a player like that to literally carry the team on his back to rev them forward. And this defense that people run to JD, that top clubs don't want to invest in old players. Barring
Um,
injury,
yeah,
a
but
top player is a top player.
Pastor, stop giving that guy the for pressure time. Just leave pressure
Yeah.
alone, man. This man just come in a YouTube, This man never know no what no, no name something. Him just a tell you based off where him run your read. Me not ask you, I'm telling you. So him couldn't answer because he never knew. That's why I'm coming and try to sell people cocoa juice. That's what he's going to continue to do. That's what most of them actually do. And stay on that. They don't try to research. So just stop giving. I think he has gotten enough time. So,
Come on.
you just explain your
A,
point.
A
and that's why
championship player is a championship player.
don't
So
let me
leave it at
distract
that.
you. All right.
A championship player is a championship player. Mikel Antonio is a workhorse for whatever moment he's on the park. He's going to be going. In the Manu deflation after they didn't have things going their way is indicative of a team that is not worthy of being in the top echelon of the top league in the world. You just can't play that way. You,
All right. So people, let me know what took place with Manchester United yesterday and how they are going to finish. All right, because I had them not finishing well, as what I've said. I thought that it was always going to be Chelsea and Newcastle take fighting for the sixth spot. I always had them as Chelsea, Newcastle for the sixth spot, and Chelsea finishing stronger and stronger, um, stronger and stronger. But Newcastle, I saw that it was just their injury problem. I just saw that it was just an injury problem. You understand me? Yes, and that's pretty much about it. But yeah, they let me down yesterday. They still have a game in hand, but Chelsea have that game in hand as well, and that's why I am saying that Chelsea and Newcastle have that game in hand. So that's why I'm saying that I would have gone for Chelsea and Newcastle to gain more points over the next three games over Manchester United. It doesn't matter their opponent because I honestly believe that they are better than Manchester United. Both of them better than Manchester United. Period.
I don't like when you say it like that with your chest so out, because Manchester United is my team,
Yeah,
So
but you have to look
don't be
at it.
saying it like that.
No, I'm
No,
not
you're
saying what
correct,
you're saying.
JD. JD, you're correct.
But we're
Yeah.
not. But Pastor, what we're talking on current form and
Hmm.
where the coach has the team at this point. And that's why I could have strongly said that the Manchester United will not finish over those two teams from 3 weeks ago. And then no result going their way. Because we can see the form. You understand me? And I don't know because I think the coach is way better than the results coming. So I just believe that maybe it's just something, happening behind the scenes why it's not taking as it should have taken, to be honest. I just believe that's the case. All right.
Uh, well, I can accept that as a well, because it's obvious they don't have it all together. The players don't seem as motivated as it would require them to be to you're in the top league. There's not going to be no easy game, and if you plan to win, you're going to have to beat some of the teams that are considered the high riding teams. That's just how competitions go.
Jason Ferran miss a comment. You said why would he left West Ham and go to Chelsea? I see Chelsea is a better team than West Ham. Chelsea just played West Ham and they were the better team. Chelsea was. I think most people never watched the games, Chelsea was very good this season based on performances on the field. It's just the finishing was the problem, and maybe some of the younger youth them with the defensive error. But when you look at the transition plays, they always had one of the best transition play throughout the entire season. Throughout the entire season, they always had one of the best transition plays. That's why I knew that it would have clicked for them at one point, Jason Ferran. And that's why
And
I was
you were highlighting that from early. You were
yeah,
highlighting that from
I
early
stuck
about
with it, man.
their
I
system
stuck
of
with it. I,
play.
I, I,
Yeah.
I knew it might. I knew that it might would have not worked, because of the youth, the whole lot of youth in the team. But I know that you would have seen some improvements. So over 2 years, it would have been a very good team, and that's why my conversation when they were trying to make the move, I'm saying it makes sense because Jackson. Nkunku was injured at the start of the season because he was playing a friendly and he got injured, and then you have Jackson. So they would have brought him in and then tried to coax Jackson to get even better. And clearly, based on the rest of the season, it shows you that Jackson needed a mentor to get him over the line. Or just like how Mikel Antonio said that he was the one trying to make Skamaka, even though Skamaka come to take his game, he was trying to show him the ways of West Ham. But obviously, we watch those things, so our mindset is not stuck on trying to sell narratives.
JD, again, how big a player is Mikel Antonio? when this player is brought in to replace him, and the man not scared to impart what him know
Yep,
that
because
carry you to the
he's a
young player.
legend of the club.
The man is a
He's a
giant.
legend of the club. And people can go watch that past podcast as well when he gave his take on Skamaka and why Skamaka was not successful there. He's pretty much saying Skamaka never had the dog in him. In the dog in him, he had the size, he has everything, but he just never had the dog in him to get over the line. And in order for you to be successful with a playing style like that, like him, or to replace him, you have to have the dog in him. And who can come and tell me that is foolishness? That is 100% fact. You have to have the
Yeah.
dog in him to play
The
like
man
how he plays. He's not the skill player or he's not the tricky player. He's more of a dogged player. You understand me straight up? So
he's he's the big bad bull on the park. The man go
so
overrun you.
yeah, so let me run over to the next one now because the information them coming in quick and fast. So we had the Nations League 2024-2025 draw, right? So that uh, a good amount of games playing, a good amount of games playing for each team this season. All right, are this year, the rest of the year. I don't know how they're gonna set it up. All right. Yes. So they said the fourth season of the Concacaf Nations League, an international association football competition involving the men's national teams of the 41 members association of Concacaf. The competition will begin with the group stage in September 2024. So you see when it's going to begin. All right. So September. So you have World Cup qualifiers are begin June around 6th after fifth, sixth, I think. Then you are gonna have Copa in between that. Okay,
Hmm.
thanks, Diamond Peter. Yeah, I will
But
call it soon.
but
And then
the
so that means you
Copa
have
will be
three
finished by
competitions.
September window.
Yeah, I know it's gonna finish, but I have
Hmm.
three competitions. I'm just trying to make sure people know.
Yes. Yeah. In
All right.
every FIFA window is a major competition that's happening for this year, for the rest of the
All right.
year.
All right. So September and October, you're gonna have two windows there, in 2024. So that is the only relevant one now. So the format is different. The format is different, and that's what we want to talk about. The format, guys. Remember to smash the like button when you come in. And we're on 42 after 42 minutes. Get up the likes on the video. Get us to 100. That is the normal take. All right. So the Concacaf Nations League will continue, and this guys, I'm going to do a separate video with Africans and other people across the world on the Wemaxit channel. All right, because this is more worldwide content. CONCACAF Nations League will continue to be played in the format introduced in 2023-2024. All right, I know a lot of people don't like that. League A will feature 16 teams, four best ranked teams according to CONCACAF ranking indexed. All right, will receive a bye to the quarterfinals. The remaining 12 teams will enter the group stage using a Swiss system tournament format. The teams will be divided into two groups of six, with each team playing four matches. All right, against group opponent, two at home and two away. So the same format that they had last time.
Hmm.
What you guys think about that? You guys like the one that played the last time? Let me start there before we even get into it. So you guys like the one that played last time, or you think it's unfair?
I didn't like it, but it is what obtains. So I am thinking that like we played Haiti twice, we will play the strongest team in the group twice. So That doesn't give Grim an
So, Pastor,
excuse.
Pastor, we don't. I don't have a list. Did they give out the date? No, no, they have not. They have not give out the list as yet, so you don't know who will be playing who. So don't just jump and say we are gonna be playing 80 twice.
No, no, I don't think Haiti's in the group this year.
No, we don't have AD in the group, but you're alluding to say we're gonna pick. They are gonna just give us the strongest team. Even without
Yes,
pitch.
yes,
All right,
yes.
all right, all right.
And I'm saying it that way with my chest out. And I'm then going to make a caution call. It doesn't give Grim no excuse. You are now seasoned in the job, and you are called to the job for a time such as this. You must win every match in the first game. You must win every match in that 4 games that you will play. I don't care if it's Mexico or USA. You have had time to hear the noise and know what makes sense, and you're in Jamaica long enough to pick sense out of nonsense.
Oh God!
So
So
I
Pastor,
don't care.
you're gonna give the delusional man them take now for them run the video say Concacaf fight against Jamaica. You know, just
Eh?
watch, just watch, Mister King delusional now. Concacaf fight against
Hello.
Jamaica. Just watch.
Hello.
Good lord.
All when Concacaf a fight against Jamaica, I am putting my coach on
Pastor, we're not.
notice. You are here long
We
enough.
we we are we're talking about the overall process. This is not about Jamaica now. We are gonna single out Jamaica after, but this is not about
Okay.
Jamaica. People
I
are
never
talking
liked
so
the
much
process
about
from
Jamaica.
day
You're talking
one.
about the system.
I never liked this Swiss format from day one. I don't like it.
Okay, so you're not feeling it. All right.
I don't like it, and I still don't like it.
So Omar Folin says no. Marcella says no. All right. I feel the same way. People saying as pastor. Oh, good lord. All right. So that's why when them people put out them delusional foolishness, yeah. Una eat up, because once them type in say Jamaica them a fight against, una just run the eat up the foolishness. All right.
Me not
Because
label say them a fight against Jamaica, you know. I just want
no, I
I just want
understand
my
you,
coach to
Pastor.
know. Yeah, man, I
But that's why
understand
I
that.
said that's why I'm
Jerry, I
learning
understand that.
why people can do them foolishness, yeah, and then people grab it up. You know that's how I said. This format is awful. The top 8 CONCACAF team should be in the quarterfinals, and the other teams are playing for the 8th position for the round of 16. So that's what Mr. J says. That's the way he would have wanted to work this out. Would you agree with him, Pastor? Before we get into it.
Jerry, I see it that way. If you take out 4 teams, you're literally protecting, and then this is a business decision again, you know. Understand this, that your greatest sales, TV rights and tickets, is having USA and Mexico in the final stages of the competition.
Okay.
So, from a business perspective, CONCACAF must protect their golden goose, the goose that lays their golden egg. So, it's not that I am faulting them for doing what they're doing it how they're doing it, JD. It's that
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what they're doing. So I understand their reason for doing it, but I don't like it. They have to protect it. If you run a competition in CONCACAF, and God forbid, but by some metrics, US and Mexico drop out. It's the two largest ticket selling area and TV rights area for CONCACAF. They're going to lose money. They're going to lose a lot of money.
So pretty much what you're saying that this format is to continue the security of the two big teams, but they couldn't just
Yeah,
get away with it, so they just up it to 4,
to four.
making
Yeah,
the other two bigger teams them silent.
yes. It's a
Okay.
business decision.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Let me know if you guys agree with Pastor people. Let me know if you guys agree with Michael Thomas. Big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. Let me know if you guys agree with Pastor. Um. Oh Lord. All right. All right. Concacaf is always for the big teams. So in a sense, they are against small nation. It's all about the money. All right. So Claudine put it in a different.
That's one way
It's
to
about
put.
the
That's
big
one way to
teams
put
and
it,
money
Claudine.
for all of the
Yeah,
small teams. Them. So let me give it a team them that
yeah.
would have gone straight up. So you would have had no Canada, just the same. You would have had no Panama. So Panama, so hold on it. So Panama is a team that switched um over Costa Rica. So that is the only difference now. So you have
Hmm.
Panama, Canada, Mexico, and United States. Gone
Hmm.
over that. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So fair enough, fair enough.
So,
All right.
so JD, that's why I said I'm putting Grim on notice. You have to beat everybody so that come next cycle, there is no argument for Jamaica being in the top four. You are here long enough to put your
Mm-hmm.
team together. And I don't care about the
Ooh.
influencers. I don't care about the influencers who, them pillow gang and what them a do. I don't care about you got a job. It is
All
your
right.
CV on the line. So do your job.
So
Get what you need.
you are saying that we more pressure should be placed on the coach, not necessarily Concacaf, because we know that this is a format for 2 years running.
Yes.
So you should
Hmm.
get into it. Okay, let me know if
Hmm.
you agree with that. All right, because
That's where I'm going with
people
it.
people are ready, willingly ready to jump on the players. Them let me see if people are ready for that. Are you guys ready to take on that one? Are we gonna say the past that the coach is always protected and we should not say anything? Let me know. Let me know. I think that is
J-
a solid one. That's a solid one, Pastor. That's a solid
we
one.
can't
But no,
change the Concacaf decision.
no, but Pastor, this is where I have a problem then. If we're gonna always put that metric in, all right, you see, once this coach come and keep on talking like say the +1 and the +2 and additional and run back of them average ass players, yeah, and put them in the team, then and if I'm not feeling fault, and it's just the normal behavior of the old regime, I can't beat him so much. But you see, if me start getting feelings that him, I try force them in the team, then me I go put the pressure on him. Because the reason why I've said that is if you have to do that and I try win at the same time, it's like some like you try to reach somewhere in your life and people just try to draw you down, and you still have to reach a required destination at the same time at the same point. So you can't blame him alone. You get me? So that's
JD,
that's the reason why I would say that.
the reason I am different from you, the coach bought me on his team with his first decision after taking the job. He wanted my namesake despite him did inner trouble with the leadership. The coach
But
demanded
but
him. No,
Pastor, that
hold
was
on.
a clean slate at the time, and things changed after.
JD, listen to where I'm going with this. The coach was the one that made the decision to go clean slate and to put everything behind you. The coach have a job. You have your job description outlined. You must now say to your employers, this me need to fulfill my job description. I mean, I take nothing else. Fire me. And then him, same man come out the other day and was upset about the leaking of the information. Come to the public and say, listen to me, this is it. Me need this, and I will be fired for demanding it. Come to the fans. That's the only thing they take from Grim. You need to do your job. Pick the players you know will make you win, or you go lose and we chop off your head.
All right, Pastor, take your time with the violence. Um, Gunnar says, but the USA and Mexico are the top teams in Concacaf. Yes, that is fair, and that's why I don't blame it for two teams to go through. But everyone have a problem with the four teams getting buys, which they did it last season. But I'm just asking if it was a success to you. You know, I think it could have gone a little different. I think you could have still done it in the way of having two head teams because we saw the ladies them do it as well, Pastor. We saw the ladies them do it as well. So I know that it can be done when they use two teams only. So Mexico and United States or Canada and United States to be on different brackets, and then every other team has to fight for the position. So it can happen. It actually can happen. The
JD,
argument
they
you're on.
can use the two teams. Let me just say this and then I'll go. They can use the two teams, but If they only use the two teams, you give Claudine's explanation more relevance that they are not entertaining any of the lower ranked teams. So then bringing it to four, then bringing it to four is an appeasing of the other teams, not just the US and Mexico. So I understand what they're doing, even though I don't like it. You know,
Okay.
you're bringing two additional teams.
All right.
So I'm going to move at the same time.
All right. So big up then. We link up, yeah. All right. So Pastor will return back at some point, people. All right. Yeah, so let me know your feeling about that one, and then we're gonna go through the teams them, give them my take. Like this is a fast one here. I'm gonna go back and do my research, look in depth in these teams to see how much challenges you are gonna truly have. You know, those are the videos that I want to complete coming forward, going forward. All right. So we have DJ Gigs. DJ Gigs it says DJ Gigs. Where's DJ Gigs? DJ Gigs says what you and Pastor think should be the way for the other teams to change the Concacaf madness. I think you have to go up there and beat up. You have to go up there and beat up everyone. You have to go up there and beat up everyone um on a regular basis. So if it goes like this, like if Jamaica goes on and beat Mexico and beat Panama, beat United States, obviously they're going to reach there on merit. But at the same time, so what would have to change? Very good question. What would have to change is we have Costa Rica already, we have Panama and the French. So if we get Suriname and Haiti to start push above their weight, so we already know we have Honduras and El Salvador that can always push up any single year. So what we'd have to do, get Suriname and Jamaica is pushing over their weight. So it just looks like at least 8 teams can beat Mexico and United States at any point. Once 8 teams can beat them, I think they will have no other choice than to draw back everybody in. I think their excuse that they keep on getting away with, they're saying the competition is not so close. When they bring down these teams, they dominate the competition, and we can't say anything. We can't say it's a lie because facts, the facts prove that that's a true statement. United States, anytime United States or Mexico in competitions, they dominate the competitions. So we can't say it's a fake narrative. So that's why they keep on using it. So if we get 8 teams, so Jamaica being more consistent, 80 comes with a solid team. Suriname already getting players if they start to click at the right level. So continue on the part that they ended with. I think that would change it. But until then, it's not going to change. We have to see more teams that can defeat them on a regular basis. And that's the only way they're going to get it because now the fans will start say, "Yo, you are treating us from getting a true chance to the title." Because if we knock out United States from earlier, the next round might be different. JD, call names, please. Who is these average players? Determine. Can you just stop? Determine. All right. I said average players them. So if you don't know average players, then you don't know then. All of the average players that were in the national team. So say what you want, say no determine. Michael Thomas, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Kevin Jones, bless up yourself. Massive respect. Go on. He said every team should fight for a position. We think that it's not going to happen. So that's why we have to move it towards more of um how we can drag it down to 2, and it has to be more people can beat the big teams them, and we can't say more teams can beat United States. We saw Jamaica play United States, and to be honest, if we had never scored first, the whole only never have no confidence. And you know why you guys can't tell me that I'm lying anymore. You know why you guys can't tell me that I'm lying. Once United States scored, all of you guys left the stream. All of you guys left the stream at the time. And I'm saying, so what, you're not gonna give the team any chance, Like, let us see if we have a fighting spirit. Everyone said that we have no chance winning this game. Everyone in the chat, you can go back to that chat. So I know that even Jamaica, that is ranked amongst the top 6 at least, still we don't convince that we can beat United States every single day. So if Jamaica is ranked in the top six, what happened to the top 10? They don't believe that Trinidad to beat United States have to get a red card and all sort of story to even make that possible. It's just not possible when it's the 11 for 11, you know? I can't wait for the day USA Mexico aren't the top teams in CONCACAF. Then you would see how quickly they change the format. Yeah, man, yeah, they are going to change it. Tom, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Why is it a problem that every single draw people have problem with it? No, man, you're gonna have questions, man. We don't like it because Jamaica is not in the top four. Yes, I know that is the problem, Fire Gunner, but we can. I think it's a sensible reasoning, just the same. All right, Travis, big up yourself. Take care. Hope all is well. Crystal Palace is going to make a big jump next year. Well, Chelsea is going to make a big jump, so I guess people will jump in talent pool. But you only can jump so far. Because you can jump, you can jump in talent pool, and also performances as well. But what happens if four other teams jump as well? You might still stay the same place. And that was the conversation we had with Moyes. That's what we're asking if it's fair to sell fire people. Because sometimes you can be better, but the competition because the competition is more serious, you can just drop back because and you perform better than last season. So sometimes, yeah, but let's see with Crystal Palace next season. We hope they keep the same competition, the same quality next season, and see how it work out. So we can have a perfect example because we're gonna watch how they're playing next season. And if results still not going their way or their position not really changing. All right, Brando, big up yourself. JD, we might not always agree with the coach selection. There are always going to be players that the coach believe in and pick. Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not going to afraid to tell that they're average players. So why can't I? I saw a man come here trying to downgrade players that are professional players. So why can't I say some players are dead ass average? So I can say it because I see it. You know. Juba said, we can't even beat Panama every day. Yeah, but Panama is in the top six. I think the top. All right, let me see. Canada, Jamaica, Panama, Costa Rica. For now, that is how it sits for now. I think Costa Rica proved that they're going to have a struggle to beat Panama. We proved that we can beat Panama because we beat them one time in the last four. Is it the last four? They beat us what, three consecutive? I'm sure that they defeated us the last two times. So Panama has the best record out of everyone else against everyone else in the top four. All right. So, but I still believe that the squad that we improved on draws closer. So those 2 years or 3 years records might not be clicking the same. All right. So I would say that we draw closer to Panama. If we play them 5, 6 times, um, it might go 3-3 games. I can say that no. I don't know if we're gonna have the edge over them. I don't know because I'm not sure of our styles working on every given day. You understand me? I am not sure about that style. All right. Yes. Yeah, man, no problem, Brando. But I'm just giving my take because um, that's the reason why I've talked like that. Because every time you should come and talk the truth, you have to muzzle yourself because sure Jamaican born players them. I should not talk the truth. But once he's an overseas guy, it's just the next way to show their xenophobic behavior. They want to jump down to make sure they can validate themselves to the xenophobic clans. Oh, this player can't do this. This player can't do that. Well, I'm seeing that the next player them can't do it. So why can't I not say it? And that's how I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm going to stand and say other players just not good enough. If they are gonna be good enough in the future, okay, cool. But I'm gonna say it. So none of them will like me going forward. Because maybe I don't like them either. You know? So I'm gonna stand up on it. Yeah. If I calculate it on the conversation and they're not as good, they're not as good. And for me, over the years, for the whole time, they were not good as the next guys them. We always a play possum, trying to work on things to give people favor. And that's what whole about Jamaica from long time. It's not about you having talent and do your job. It's always about favor doing. That's what stopped Jamaica's progression. If it was based on what you do, how talented you are, and how you fit a coach system, believe me, Brando, I am almost certain that's what mashed up Jamaica team from 1998 till now. Anytime the man them figure out what is right and they stuck on this is what I want, that's where the problem comes. Anytime they have the balls, because now they do the assessment, they go through the normal route of every story them give them, and anytime the truth comes through, that's when the man them are gonna get fired. And I think that's going to happen with Grim. Anytime Grim just say, yo, listen to me now, I'm gonna pick the best players, you know, because this is what's gonna give me the best chance, you know. I'm done with this mathematics calculation thing. He's gonna get fired. Just watch. JD, every fan support who they want. Yeah, well, but no, Travis, I don't get the chance to talk the truth. You get me? No, it's a fashion. There's a fashion for them come and them try go let them on don't play other players that are better players than everybody else who we have born on the island, aside from Leah and Bailey. It's a fashion now because that's what they want to sell. So me have to calculate them on the same level. And me I go tell you say them are good as the next man them. None at all. None at all. I'm going to say that, and that is the fact. JD, I am going to be honest. If the coach played the best 11, we can be a way better team. I think if the coach get his, this will get me in problem. But I always believe that. I just always believe that we hold back people. I always believe that we hold back people, and we hold back our own success because our stubbornness of believing that our own bloodline and our own sunshine is the greatest. I think anytime we leave that philosophy, our mentality, I should say, that's when we are going to be successful. Everybody that I know leave that mentality, always become successful. Honestly, I am praying and wishing the Caribbean start get back a league. All right. No, 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 no. Suriname and Curacao alongside Dominica. That could have been a good idea, you know. That could have been a great idea, Dr. GG. Bring back the Caribbean competitions because the Caribbean competitions are very, very strong and make sure Haiti and Suriname in it. So make sure those two teams are in it. I think that would have helped Trinidad and Jamaica develop more players and also work on more things. But who is going to fund that? Who is going to fund that, Dr. Gigi? Who is going to fund that? Who is going to fund that? That's the next problem. I don't know who is going to fund that. All right. JD, your opinion are yours. Yeah, well. Anytime I say they come and fight me, you know. Yeah. So, anyways, now let me move on to the other ones then because we have a set time. All right. So the Group A, Group A looks like this. So let me look at a fast one based on what you saw. Costa Rica, Guatemala, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Suriname, and Guyana. Those are the teams um in League A. Who you think coming out? And it should be the top two coming out. It should be the top two coming out. Well, it's gonna cost a lot, you know, Travis, because you have to give people money. You can't just tell the man. You can't just invite a competition and tell people to bring their players. Come, you have to pay them, you know, because remember, Concacaf pay out money. FIFA pay out money. Obviously, you have to have sponsors as well. But you can't take on a next competition that you have to pay people for that doesn't have it. That's not generating enough money. So I think they have to go on the interest of the actual content, which is the football. So you have to have that. I think it's going to be a last cause. That's why they might cut it out. Because look, if you bring Suriname, Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad, because Trinidad have overseas players so far, Dominican Republic have overseas players so far. If you bring those five teams and they say they are going to try and take it serious, you know how much money that is to go through that? Yeah, man, Martin. No, I saw Kwani. Yeah, man, Martinique is good, man. Martinique is good. I saw them live. And they are a very good team. Saw them 1-1 against Suriname. I have the whole game as well. I don't see that working, and you have to dilute the league to the local players them from the leagues them. So I don't see that improving nothing. I'm very sorry. If you're gonna just use the local players them of all of the leagues them, I'm very sorry. It's just a waste of time. I honestly believe it's a waste of time, people. I'm no disrespect. I think it's a waste of time because if you, why I say it's a waste of time, I'm not talking about the players them not good from none of the other countries them. I am saying what but when it comes to the time to pick the damn players them for the main team, like for the main competitions, you're not gonna use them. So what is the purpose of playing a competition that you can't play the players that you want to play in the main competitions? It makes no sense because all you're going to tell me that, oh, we're going to look for one and two talents. Then we can find the one and two talents and playing for the clubs them then. So I think I don't think anybody will sign on that. I don't see the Caribbean League coming back unless everyone just say that they're going to just do it as an international friendly type of thing, but all the local players then participated in, so they don't have to lose certain money, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel it, people. I don't feel it. No, I think that's the same reason why they stopped, Dr. Gigi. The money that you have to pump in these things. I just think it's not worth it. I honestly don't think it's worth it. Because look, what are you going to gain from it? Are you going to find 17 players that can compete with the players in the big leagues them? I don't think so. I don't think so, because even if and what you have to use in that conversation is statistics. In the last 5 years, how much players leave from Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad to go any one of the top tier teams them? I barely can name any. I barely can name none. I can't name none. Like, you can't find players just leaving um to Premier League first teams. Because look, you had young players went in the championship, okay, no problem. But you don't have 5 players per year doing so. So if you're gonna put a competition every 2 year, I think it's not worth it because you're not generating back the funding. And you can't force. I know that fans want to see their teams develop so fast, but the money's just not there. So some locations are going to suffer. They are going to suffer because of that. I just hate to see that the bypass system, USA and Mexico. Well, tell you what, we have to get more. We have to try figure ways to pump more players into USA and Mexico. That is the problem. JD, we need a football product in the Caribbean to be professionally run. All right. Trinidad Jones did. I have literally said how much players people release in a year from each country. Kenwin Jones. Kenwin Jones played in the Premier League a billion years ago. A billion years ago. So after Kenwin Jones determined, you don't have nobody else a left go to the Premier League, or go to no German league, or go to the French league. It's not happening. You have to take several more steps. So I'm just saying that look, what I'm reasoning determine is the amount of money come back to them. Because why are you going to spend $1 billion on a project that you can't get the money back on? So obviously, if clubs sell players, a fraction will have to go to the federations them from time to time in certain deals. So I am just relying on, okay, then if we are shipping off 3 players per year, that would have helped the JFF to have more money to add on to it, to get a more solid system to go into that competition. Trinidad would have had the same, but we don't have the output of talents going outside at that rate. So I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's the point that where I'm coming from. And I don't think Concacaf have the money to run that. Blessing Neil Garden, thanks for being here. Said continue your work. Yeah, man, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Yeah, man. All right, so let me move on. Let me move on because the time I run up. Time I run up, people. So this is the next one. So oh no, we never moved to the two coming out. So at first glance, who would you consider the two coming out of this group? Costa Rica, Guatemala, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Suriname, Guyana. Think this is going to be I think it's going to come down to the same damn thing. I think it's going to come down to the same damn behavior like last year when everyone have a realistic chance to go through and on the final day. Everyone have a realistic chance. And I think that's what they're trying to sell back the people. I think that's what they're trying to sell the crowd here to get more people at the games. All right, even down to the end. All right, I think it's gonna be tough, Suriname good, Martinique definitely good. Guadeloupe have a good core now, very good core. All right. Guatemala always have a solid team, proven the last time we played them. Um, I would consider them being slightly the better team on that day. Not the one in Miami, but the one in the Gold Cup. Yes, they were good in that game. So it showcased that they can compete with the other teams. Then Costa Rica drops off and they want to fight themselves back to a position. Um, not name can't JD. You will be surprised if Caribbean teams decide to walk away from Concacaf system. Someone or company will fund it. Okay. Well, I just don't see the financial back in there for it, and I could understand if they don't want to do it. All right. Guatemala, Martinique, Costa Rica, Suriname. No man, you have to give me two man. All right, you know what? We're gonna leave that one for now. We're gonna leave that one for now because that seems a little bit tough. Because the Costa Rica team, they're still working on things. They're still working on things. So, and I think they might get it right because they're gonna have enough games to get it even closer to perfection. So they might just be a solid team when they are getting back around to this competition. Because they might get around what? How much games? Might get at least 2 games. At least 2 games, yeah. At least 2 games in, and they might have friendlies. I'm gonna check up on that. So I will give you that information. All right. Then no, let me go to Jamaica group now. Jamaica group. We don't know which three which three teams we are gonna get because one team you should double up on that team. You should double up on that team. Um, Jamaica, Honduras, Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba, Nicaragua, and French Guyana. All right, Neil Bolson goes with Costa Rica and Suriname. That's gonna be tough. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I call that one. Let me hear how you guys view this one now. I don't want to just hear Jamaica, 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 because Jamaica have to only take one spot. All right, so can Jamaica go top, 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 full? 12 points this time around. Let me know. We have Honduras, Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba, Nicaragua, and French Guyana. French Guyana, I think they have a look decent core, but I don't think they're gonna cause no problem as Grenada. So I would love for Jamaica to get French Guyana in their 4 games. I would love that. I would have been shocked if they give Jamaica 2 French Guyana game. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. I actually follow. I'm gonna listen to you guys now. I am going to say that maybe they will go a little bit extra and give us a tough, one of the tough teams them to play twice. And to be honest, any one of the other teams them, Trinidad is tough. No disrespect to Trinidad, but I think Jamaica should have the edge over Trinidad. I think everybody would agree with that. But Honduras, or say Honduras. No, 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 no. I'm not giving these teams no respect. Nicaragua is a good team. Cuba is a very good team. It proves that they're a good team. Yes, so yeah. But I still want to say that it's on Honduras should be the competition in this one. What you guys say? Let me know. Should it be Honduras alone the competition in this one? Let me know. And guys, Cuba or Honduras, okay. All right, so guys, please smash the like button and get the likes up on the video. We are not at 100 as yet. Or you get the likes, click the triple dot at the top of the screen and support the content. All right. I want to hear what's your take on that one. All right, because I am going to say that I am going to say that I am going to say that I think. Ooh, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. um um let me see what people say. Honduras winning this group. Ooh. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yes, I am okay, okay. All right. You know what? Let me go through it. Let me go through it. All right, you know what? I think Jamaica is good enough to get through. All right, Jamaica is good enough to get through. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna solidly get the top spot. The last time Honduras proved that they're a tricky team. Yeah, that is true. Honduras played us good in Jamaica. I wouldn't want them to. They can't. It would be unfair if I see this group finish. The only thing I would not be satisfied with is if Jamaica and Honduras get the two games. Them like Jamaica have to play Honduras twice. If that happen, that is when I could say that is when I could say that is when I could say that is a setup. If I see this come out and it's Honduras and Jamaica playing two games, that is a fraud. That is where I would have to say that is definitely fraud. 100%. 100%. You get me? Yeah, man, 100%. But I think it should be between. I think it should be between Honduras and Jamaica. I think it should be between Honduras and Jamaica. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do more research on like the farms of all the other teams because obviously we talk about Jamaica a lot more, so we know the farms of the team. All right, the teams. Uh Trinidad. Uh, well, Trinidad have some good players. Going overseas, playing overseas as well, making some good moves. So let's see what Trinidad can offer Nicaragua. I think Jamaica would like that two-way as well, because I think it's hard to play on their ground. Yeah, so Nicaragua we could find Nicaragua being a problem as well. Yeah, that is true. Cuba, yeah, I wouldn't want a two-leg with Cuba either. Yeah, but I still think is Honduras is the first one I would try to avoid at all costs. All right, at all costs. All right, JD, mark my word. JA will play Honduras twice. No, 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 no. They can't. No, once they do that, then we can have a conversation. Then we can have a true conversation. Once they do things like that, we can have a true conversation. Yeah, 100%. Let me run up on. Let me run up on. Yeah. Guys, come on, man, do better than that, man. I'm streaming, man. You don't need to send me things when I'm streaming. It's gonna pop out on my stream, and it's going to slow my thing. And one thing I don't like people send me videos. I don't like people send me videos. I don't watch people video. All right? Yes. Yeah, I don't watch people videos. So please don't send me videos. If I have time, I will go, and it's worth my time. I will go there. I don't care what. I've just said it here. I don't need. These guys are so. These guys are so mad, you know. I am not going. People, listen to me. I have no time. I have no time. I have no time. I've already said what I said just a while ago. I said it already. Once anything happen, I will destroy that dude. Simple as that. I know that you're fraudulent. You don't have to send me texts or messages because I'm not going to click any video. I am not giving clickbaiters any life. They have to work for their things. Yes. Period. Big of yourself, S Technique. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. All right, and that's why I have always survived because I have balls. I can just say it as it is. So I said it already. So don't send me any information. All right. Um, we say we want respect in Concacaf, but we always want to avoid the big teams. No, no, I wouldn't put it that way. I wouldn't put it that way. I'm just saying that it wouldn't be fair because no, just no, early on because no, people send me the brother. I put up false information about the player, but that's what he does. So that's why I said to Pastor, don't give him any more life. Let him go and do him damn foolishness. You get me? Him not respect the subscribers them. I'm not respect Jamaica either. They just want to profit off Jamaica. Simple. Mosquito destroyer. Big of yourself. Jason. Ferran. Um, so my point was Owen, no Omar. My point was it wouldn't be fair if they have to play their self twice, because what that does is to set up people to fail, one of them to fail, because look, that means you're taking away points from one of the other teams them. But if they are the two best, why you wouldn't just put them apart and let them fight to see who pick up the most points? And I do believe that 80 situation that happened the last time, he kind of 80 could have made it to the next round. If you put 80 outside, maybe they would have made it to the next round if they never had to play Jamaica. So it was either Jamaica or 80 going through. You understand me? Yeah. Straight up. Confirmed. Jamaica will play Cuba twice, play Honduras twice. All right. Let me see. Let me see this. Yeah, those are so why you guys never send me that information? No, I don't see it as yet. I don't. No, no. I am not seeing anything as yet. I don't think. No, I'm not seeing it. Zaba HD. Where you saw that confirmation from? I am not seeing that. I'm not seeing that at all. All right, let me check this. All right, so hold on. Let me check mines because they're saying it is out. It is out. So let me try get it. 1 second. Ooh, let me. All right, so 80. What they said? Let me see 81. All right, so 80. 1 second. Let me get the one for 80. 80 Puerto Rico Aruba. Um, no, this is League B, man. This is League B. Hold on. Oh, this is for League B. This is a League B. Oh, for League B. Let me see if they gave out anything else. Okay, that is just for League B for 80. I thought you were sending me the Concacaf one for the games. Okay. 1 second. Let me Concacaf. All right, Concacaf Nations League. El Salvador Montserrat. No, this is League B as well. So no, they have not given out. No, they have not given out anyone as yet. So I have not seen it at all. So we have to still wait. Let me check to see when they're gonna release the schedule. Let me see when. I think it might just do it over a few days. We don't have it as yet. Maybe Concacaf official said yesterday in Spanish. Okay, so then, so so okay, you said it's confirmed. Let me see what you said. So it's confirmed. Honduras will play Jamaica twice, Nicaragua and Cuba. That's what you said. All right. So let me see who else would be out. All right. So if we're playing Honduras, Nicaragua, and Cuba, so Trinidad and French. So Trinidad and French Guyana, we wouldn't play any at all. Okay. Let me try see if I can find that somewhere before I go with that one. 1 second, because I'm not seeing it on any one of the sites. No, 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 no. No, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there, people. Send your questions in, guys. I only have what 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes we're running off. Sending your questions for the entire week overall. So what you never get to answer, send it in. So we'll brush the next 30 minutes and then we are done. I have not seen the final schedule. It's not there. It's just the amount of teams in that group. And you play 4 games, 3 teams. All right. So it is correct the amount of teams you play, but the specific teams I am not seeing that as yet. All right. For 80, I think 80 is coming straight back up. It was very much sad that 80 had to play Jamaica twice, you know. And if it had went the other way, it would have been sad as well. And we would have to call out Concacaf for that because both of those teams were highly rated. So always it the highly rated teams have to be fighting against each other, and then you have the smaller rated teams getting buys to go ahead. Because for instance, last year Suriname have a good squad, that is true, but they are not rated highly. And Suriname get a chance to pass most of the big teams. So if they had won their games, they would have just qualified. You understand me? So I don't get this. I think we should have. I'm gonna read it more on that. I'm gonna read it more on that to figure out how they do the calculation to see who play who. You understand me? Because you cannot put it in and you can't start it to say, all right, you can't start the tournament to say, all right, then we get a bye. These big teams get a bye. And then in the group, anyone can play anyone. You just spin a ball and anyone can play anyone. I think it should still stay. The big teams avoid each other and then they play the next 3 teams. Or if the big team has to play the next big team, it's only once. The big teams can't play each other twice. That I would have said. The big teams can't play each other twice. And clearly the big teams in this one would have to be Honduras. Trinidad is ranked highly too as well. 1 second. Trinidad is ranked highly. So let me get the CONCACAF ratings. Where's CONCACAF index? All right, so let me see where Trinidad ranks. CONCACAF index. Also, Honduras. Honduras is ranked higher than Trinidad. So Honduras is ranked 7th. Jamaica ranked 6th. All right, so Jamaica ranked 6th in the CONCACAF index, and and Honduras ranked 7th. So Trinidad should not get the favor to bypass Jamaica. Yeah, that's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. If you think it makes no sense, yeah. But that's what I would have done to make it easier. Okay. Chris Smith says, our groups made a lot of mistakes. You're telling me uh, that Whisper and Dixon deserve their spots? I don't know based on availability, but if you're wide in the pool, no, none of them deserve their spots. Um, um, Omzo said put low in CDM against South America team, and we did. Um, well, the coach have enough time to work on his players. He got enough. He got 2 games with low in that. No, 3 games, 2.5 games. 2.5 games with low. Um, 3 windows in 3 two windows. It's gonna be the third window. So I think he must work out a strategy that he could he can show some dominance, not just on tackling inside the area. All right, that's what I would say. He has to work on that, and hopefully we see that if he's gonna use him there, we have to see something aside from big tackling, and half of the time he lose the tackles them, and it turns into a big chance. So because I don't like that 50-50 battle. I want you to know what you're doing in there, and for me, I don't think he knows what he's doing in there. Think he's just a natural defender type player. So obviously he can stop a play. So they want him just to stop plays. So I want him to do more. So if you're in defensive central, I want you to be a defensive central. I don't want any excuse to say that, oh, this is what we have and this is what we want him to do. No, 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 no. I'm going to grade him as a CDM, and you guys can't tell me anything. Because if it was anybody else, you guys would have tell me that, oh no, he's a CDM. John Russell came in, passed his balls, them good. Maybe he never made enough tackles, but he linked play and made play continuous. You guys never value that well. You guys start put him down, say all sorts of stories. But we Low never passed the ball good. Looked exhausted majority of the games. He made good tackles from time to time, but he had been out of position a lot of times, and people exploit him a lot of times. So, but you guys just said, "Oh, he made some tackles and you give him a pass." No, I'm not. I'm not gonna grade it like that. Going forward, I'm gonna grade it exactly the position you're playing. So people are gonna beat me every week. All right. All right. Bless up, Jerome. Massive respect. Nigel said Low did well. I have said that he did tackle well. Aside from that, I can't tell you that I see that he's a defensive central and he did everything, well as a defensive central. I'm very sorry. I'm not gonna pretend to you people, as what I've said. I'm not pretending, I'm just giving you the facts. All right? Yes. Go and check your numbers, them, see facts for yourself as well. And then go and check the game and see facts for yourself. And see say we only make excuse for our players them. What's your definition of a CDM? And does Low have what you are looking for? All right, fair enough. Good one, Umzo. Good one. People like, I think it's two different things. Jamaicans would have loved Low to become a CDM because he has the recovery, he has run up and down skills, like they're looking fast, like they're doing things at a ridiculous pace. So they would like that. But for me, I want positioning, tackling, vision as well. Maybe the vision doesn't have to be the highest thing. The vision doesn't have to be the highest, and passing ability. I want all four of those things: positioning, vision, tackling ability, and passing. The vision can be the lower one because if you can just get it to the closest one beside you, because most of the times he's going to play in a two. So I would say the vision would be the lowest. But I want him to can pass long and short. Short at a good level. All right. And the last time I was not impressed with his short passing because he ran out of so much energy so fast. All right. So watch Pastor running now. Oh my God. Pastor come in. All right. So he just comes in at a time for look. Pastor, why you have to join the stream at this time, Pastor? I thought you weren't going to come back. Why is it when you hear me touch a topic you want to come? We are going to finish this topic. People, just switch the low conversation. Umza, let me know if you're all right with that. Switch the low conversation because Pastor Run come on because he wants to look things to war about. Low scored 6.9 and 6.7. USA, Panama, facts. Yes. Nitro, that's what we said. But I told you what I am looking for. You asked me what I'm looking for. Travis said JD Grim said Low is playing the role him. So I'm asking you, so Travis, you are all right with the role that he's playing for Grim? Let me know, Travis, because remember we are talking football here. So you are okay with the role that he's playing. You wouldn't want someone to do exactly what he's doing, but also can progress the ball as well. I'm just asking you, Travis. All right. Um, Neil says, JD, remember Lowe played central midfield at Manning Cup level for Camperdown. They said he played forward as well. They said he played forward as well, Golson. I've not seen enough from him. Um, Lowe look awkward. And I just think it's not his natural position. But I'm just saying, are we going to risk it this time, or we are going to look at a long-term team thing for him? So is it this the position? That's what you guys have to answer me now. Is this the position he's going to play for you? Period. Going forward, and then now we can look at how he can improve. But don't tell me that you don't know if this is the position that he's going to be playing for the entire time, and then ask me what I expect from it, and then when I give you it, you're complaining. All right, JD. Yes, till we get someone better in the future. All right, fair enough, fair enough. So like you're looking for a City player, he's doing the job Algrimson system want. All right, good luck. All right. No, he's a centre back for me. Umza said he's a centre back, but once he can do the job, all right, that is fair. That is fair. I can take that one. So if you're gonna have him there until we can find someone, but because the last time Drew Ross and the man's there, it talk like him and the legendary central defender. Yes, he's the best we have. I don't believe so. Nitro. I think the coach's system. He's the best we have for the coach's system. Yes, that I don't think he's the best midfielder or the CDM we have. Our tackling defend midfielder we have. I don't believe so. One bit. I don't believe so. I know it can be different, but I will give it to you guys. You said in this coach's system. Yes, I will agree. I will agree on that, but I don't believe he's the best midfield option we have. Nope, 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 nope. All right. But for the coaching system, yes, I could agree with you now. All right. So, Pastor, give a take. 'Cause you came in and you're smiling. 'Cause-
Yes. I don't know why you believe I rejoined the stream because you are speaking about low.
yes.
I rejoined the stream because that was the intention
Okay.
to rejoin the stream once I got to where I was going.
Okay.
It so
Okay.
happened that you are on a subject that I believe I have the competence to speak on. So I mean that's just how it is. Reality is reality. I believe that my initial statement about what I would require of Grim in this Nations League starting in September is very applicable to your conversation regarding Low at this time. I think Grim, in seeking to reward him, sought to keep him relevant in the squad because Grim has gone about and gotten centre backs that are of a higher ilk, a higher
Mm-hmm.
quality centre back grouping, some of which are much younger than him. So if Grim has a fully fit cast, Low struggles to be selected as one of the four best centre backs in this present squad. Whether you want a 60-man squad or 40-man squad, he's going to struggle to be in the top four centre backs if everybody is fit.
Okay.
So the coach is seeking to keep him relevant because of what he has given the team over the years he has played.
that
I have not seen a game where Damian Lowe played as a CDM. He was taken out of the centre back role and allowed to run up and down in the middle of the park. He
yeah,
has
but
not
Pastor,
played
yes, I
any
know. Yes,
position.
Pastor, I know he never played CDM. He played in a two. We know technically he never played CDM, but people said that's the function that they gave him to stand and tackle. And one of the one in central midfield, one CDM, that is his main function, to to enforce and stop plays. So even though he's not technically playing as a CDM, his function in that too is like a CDM. That's what I was trying to say.
All right. Well, if you had allowed me to finish, I would have said what you just said and a little bit more.
Oh my God. The
The thing is, he was given the role to just be present to break up to make the tackles.
Mhm.
So he's everywhere. He wasn't given an assignment to play a position. And anybody who watched any of the games can say yes, that was the case. He was not playing any particular position of note. Did he do what he was asked to do? You have to say yes, because the coach said Damian did what he was instructed to do, and it's the coach that gave him the job. So you have to say he did what was asked of him, accepting that the coach said had he linked the play better than he did, we would have gotten better results from him. But you cannot fault the young man for having given an assignment and going out there and complete his assignment as instructed. Can't fault him. Does that though make Damian Lowe a CDM? And that is a categorical no. I have not seen him play CDM. He does not portray the requisite qualities to be a
All right,
competent CDM.
Pastor. You're war with the people, them. So let me give
I
him
am
show him some because this
I'm
one
not
no
warring with anybody.
no Pastor. Them are sending him question. I tell us when you reach this point, we
Yeah.
need to fire fast fire. All right, Wells always a fight. It doesn't matter how positive we are. Wells a fight, but this time I might have to hear what he has said. This man really discredit the effort of Damian Lowe. I don't think he's doing nothing like that. Unbelievable. Damian Lowe is a gem in midfield. He soon he will start scoring. Um, Wells, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think Pastor said anything wrong, but maybe I know you don't like me because you're one of the person fight me the longest on my channel. I think you're over the top local base. And sometimes he can come off just wrong because he's not no gem. All right, he's not no gem. I can 100 tell you that he's not no gem. You can say anything else. He gives effort. I will agree, but he's not no gem. I'm very sorry. All right. Yes, and Umzo said, Pastor is wrong when JD is being reasonable. Oh God. Yes, I think Pastor is fighting against Damian Lowe. Chris Smith said, JD, if we are going to talk about experience, Hector is the only player in the squad that play Copa America, and he was a starter. But Hector do him thing done. Experiment with Low in CDM during the Nations League, but still search for a permanent solution. I think that is a truth right there. All right, so guys, we still short of 15 likes to the video. Do that for us, share and subscribe. Yeah, man. I am not going to fight. Just drop in. So, Pastor, do you have anyone in mind?
There is a
Determine
player.
your determine. As long as me and you on YouTube and you on Wells, I am not going to agree with you. The human being that you guys are, I am not going to agree with you. I am a different human being than Uno. Uno are some special human being made in Jamaica. Me really believe that Haiti me come from now. Me start actually believe that. I mean, I think pastor and nobody we can think we can just talk honest comes from comes from. But no, I just don't think here they come from right now. Here they are Nigeria. Me not come from Jamaica, brother. Because that determine them bias and lie and wicked. Them bias and lie and wicked. They can't even talk the truth here. Nothing from the truth. Bias and lie. Everybody from Jamaica the best thing ever in every sport. All of them don't play the sport. Them are the best player in the sport. Lie. Brother, the man try something, me give him credit, but you know just want me go over the top, and I'm not going to go over the top. I'm very sorry.
Um,
I saw them stay. Yes,
JD,
Ferran, I'm gonna admit it that here they me come from. After me realize me can't come from the same place. Jason, but you can talk the truth. Kouani talk the truth. All of them man them talk the truth. So then I can't all of we on the chatting about in Jamaica. Cause look I can determine and Wales and them man they alone. Determine Wales 4-3-3 presser. And the one of them man them alone ban Jamaica because of them alone as a style. Me no know, me no still like them, but you just stop lying to people, man. It's a, Sherman's got big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Yeah, man, too lying,
JD,
man.
you asked the question if there's a player I would suggest playing CDM.
Mm-hmm.
There is a player presently in the squad
Yes.
that has the requisite qualities to play
And
as
who
a
is that?
CDM.
Who is that?
Anderson.
Karai Anderson? Yes, Karai Anderson. He
Karai
played.
Anderson.
He played all
He,
three roles in his team this season. But he started to play more up forward as a cam. In the end, but he can play all three of them. So would you trust
because
him in that role so early?
because of his ability to control the ball, link up play, and maintain an average passing percentile in the 70s. That's why they use him when they need offensive
But Nitro said,
impetus.
you hear that now? Look how fast Nitro come up and said, no, Pastor, Kara is not at that level. You know, say you can't tell say Damien Lowe better than Kara Anderson in midfield. I have watched both of them playing, and I'm telling you, that is not true, Yeah,
Damian Lowe is not as good as
but
Lucky Bodier in the position.
no, but Pastor, I would agree with him that he's not ready for that role as yet. So that's why
I,
me I try to tell people why, Pastor. That's why me I try to tell people that I am not agreeing with them with the Damien Lowe in the position as well, because I would have agreed with Nitro to say that he's not ready for the position. But I don't think Damien Lowe is better than Anderson in a defensive midfielder role either.
Damian Lowe,
Yeah, go ahead.
Damian Lowe does not have the ability required to play as a CDM. Damian Lowe is not comfortable with the ball at his feet with under pressure. The
Night.
the a, cent, a CDM JD a CDM is someone possessing the quality that you control the football, you protect the football, and you're able to safely pass the football. Damian Lowe is the king of the wolf. He stops the ball and he kicks it away from him. He's not able to keep the ball and protect it.
So
Damian Lowe will. I will go on record and make this statement. Damian Lowe will
okay,
never
we're done. We're done.
make a CDM.
Yes, say people. I never. No, we brought up this here. I the one Umzo brought it up, And then no people are so bad mind. Travis already has so bad mind. We can't take him out of the team. No problem. Wait until him take himself out of the team. Don't worry yourself. Ernest said, JD, you have to understand. Do you know how gems and diamonds come out of the earth? That does not make it to the jewelry store, but is still considered a gem. All right. Thank you very much, Ernest. All right, so Ernest is saying that Damien is still a gem, but he just never made it to the jewelry store. So he never made it to the Premier League. No, I understand. I
Is he
understand what you're
is he
saying.
on the black market? No, hold on. A lot
I
of them that
understand
don't
what
make
you're
it to the
saying.
stores on the black market. Is he on the black market?
Oh my God! Yeah, Jamaica contents are the weirdest. They are the man them have some. You saw the effort in the make. You see the effort in the make for the local band players them. Oh my God! And Travis said, Lanzi, you and JD can't take him out of the CDM. Nitro said, Pastor, you need Jesus.
Yes, I need Jesus every hour, every day. every month, every year. I need Jesus. I agree. I agree. I need Jesus. That is the only thing I agree with. What that who said
Pastor,
Nitro said we need Jesus? I agree.
Pastor.
Is the only thing I agree with him. Yes, I need Jesus.
Every week, I don't know. Oh, these guys are Pastor can fight.
Jenny,
Oh.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something else. We took an under 20 player
Mm.
to play in the two games in Austria at CDM. He has his Jamaican papers. I don't believe either Keroy Anderson or Cover is or Splat is ready for the position. But it is better for you to grow either of the three of them into the
I agree. I
position
agree.
than
We have
to risk
enough
Damian
of
Lowe.
slaughter. Yeah,
It does
I
not
think we
make
should do that.
any
We should do that.
sense.
I think we should do that. But we know we're not doing that because Beckford
It
tell us
doesn't
all
make
about
no
Beckford.
sense at all. Any
Um,
three of them, any of the three of them, any of the three of them. I don't think that they are ready, JD. The, people don't like to hear this, but the best example of what a CDM is required to do is Anthony Grant. And I'm not saying Anthony Grant must come back.
Anthony Grant is
Never.
no best example of nothing, man. Pastor,
That we
anyway,
had no no
Anthony
no
Grant
that
is still
Jamaica
like
had
Anthony Grant
that
still like
Jamaica had JD
Anthony
that
Grant still
Jamaica
like
had.
on the field.
He yes he protected the ball. He safely passed the ball. He broke up the place. He
Man, look for
took the pressure off the
man,
defense
look for
line.
you. Man, look for your family namesake, you
We,
know.
no no JD,
Anthony Grant over
I
here, you
am
know.
as different as the East is from the West from my namesake on most matters.
You have better
However,
options now, and I would agree with you. Some of these other young
of
fellas that you play,
course,
and they are better than Damian Lowe in the position.
I am
I
the one
agree
that
with that.
went on. I am the one that went on record and said Kiroy Anderson is the better version, the upgrade for Anthony Grant.
Pastor, we are trying
I
to
am the
avoid
one
war.
that
Pastor,
you cannot
pastor,
avoid a war in the middle of it.
pastor. We in at the part where I read your comments and take 2 minutes.
Okay.
You make me there fight for what, half an hour.
No, 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 no. Read the
You
comments.
cannot
Read the
put your face
comments.
on the screen.
Read the comments.
All right, you know, you know. All
Read the
right,
comments. Read the comments.
Jarvis said low playing CDM will cost the team going forward. I believe so as well. David Cook says, KC Palmer. All right. Travis, tell the truth, bro. The man lost the middle. That when Travis saying the business, the coach saying play good, so that him care about. Good morning, Owen, you just turn up. All right. Determined to cause problems. Said the player is a natural leader. It's hard to find that. Determined, a lie I tell. You just try to make up a next story to make yourself feel good. Johnson in the midfield. All right. I rather low than Latin CDM. I rather Latino after seeing low. I rather Latin CDM. But give him the same option that you gave the low. Because once you put Latin low in there, you start giving protection. But when Latin there, him there by himself. You understand me in a different system. But and then we blame him. You're so hypocritical we are. All right. Pastor, true, he's not a CDM. However, he does the tackling required, which we agree with that, Cygnus. We
But
all
I
the
did say he
tackles.
completed the
He
assignment
bust
given to him.
tackles. He bust tackles, so we're not gonna pretend like he doesn't bust tackles. Oh
The
no,
coach praised him, JD, for completing the assignment he was given, and everybody have to give him that.
yes,
That's
but
why I said I'm not faulting him.
yes, so him bust tackles, but sometimes you see say him bust the space alone, and man just walk through the space. And then him bust can't talk, him can't pass the ball after busting. Yeah. So I saw that in real 4K. So, so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for me you to convince me that he's better than the other guys. Then. That's all I'm gonna say. We have to stick on the truth. So send in your questions, then people. Yes, Pastor want to just continue with this Damian Low war, and I know that his fans them will get angry. JD, when last DJ play? I never said DJ to go in no midfield and Travis. I never said that. I never wrote for DJ. DJ no play football a long time. I think when last him play, I think around if he's not playing in U21s, let me check if he's getting game in U21s. Travis, I'm checking it. Um, the Lati experience didn't work. Jerome, I actually think the low experience didn't work either. It's just because we always cap for local players. I'm very sorry. I think it didn't work either. If you go back in history and go back and see how much Lati passes in midfield and tackles in midfield, but now you have a bigger space open up when Lati was in midfield, and
Good
we're not
morning.
going back to talk the truth, you know. And this is all we give the people wrong raps, you know. Lati should be considered back in that midfield. I promise you, if Lati go back in midfield and play better than Damian Lowe every game in the same formation, him play better than Damian Lowe in there. Because you know Damian Lowe can't do it, when you use him as just a man to tackle in midfield. When you never send Lati body here to say that. When you never give him that opportunity, you just leave him alone and he should just be the enforcer in midfield in a two wide open. That is not fair to look at things. We have to evaluate things the same. So give him the same role to play and see if Latino do that a million times better than Damian Lowe, because he has a better energy level. He's much more organized. He's a better passer of the footballer. He's a better position of play. He's a better footballer overall. He's a better footballer overall. But just give him the opportunity. JD, not you, DJ. No man, me type in Daniel Johnson. 1 second.
Jerry, tell Sherman Scott to stop him bad mind business in the chat. Tell me about Millie Mango and Ripe Moors in a Clarendon. He say my gosh shut up. And you see,
Mm-hmm.
this is what these people do, you know. When they know certain things. Because if I go talk about Millie Mango now, you know, in Clarendon to
Yes, oh,
distract.
yes, Owen. That's I don't think he exposed he protected low enough, but he saw that he didn't have the additional options, because you never have Shamar Nicholson, you never have oh boy low no wait a minute again, you never have none of the forwards them, so he
Gray,
could have you
Gray.
never have Gray, and you never have the vocal point as a striker, Mikel Antonio. So he had to do that. You understand me? Why you guys putting down the player? Don't get it. He's doing well playing out of position. First responder, we're not putting on the player. We're just fighting for who to go there. We never
How
say
many
that him
times
not
did
good
we
here.
credit him for completing his assignment as given? I don't understand. I don't understand this, JD. We
Mm-hmm.
keep repeating that the coach came out and said Damian Lowe completed his assignment. So you have to credit him. When did we
Mm-hmm.
not say he completed the assignment? But completing that assignment that he was given does not make him a CDM or fit for the position of CDM. And we have to say it as it is. It's not going to change the fact. You credit him because he got an assignment and he did it.
Okay, T got okay. Let me tell you, T got Sir T got. I don't have any link for this, because it's not StreamYard I'm using. All right, I just a normal YouTube I'm using. All right. We need a holy midfielder. Yeah, man. We're not fighting against low, man. We just argue the point. He could play centre back and step up similar to Rudiger. Yes, King J. He could do that. He could do that. I would like to see him do that more than staying in midfield. I just believe that we get exposed in midfield too easily. And because of our centre back them being, you know what will happen next time? You see, anytime we get exposed and our centre backs them can't map up the play and do incredible well, and we concede, watch how we're gonna start talk about how the man him not play good in centre back. I'm gonna show you how hypocritical we are in there. Just watch.
Yeah,
Just watch what
yeah.
will happen. Just watch, because I'm going to anytime because of him goal scores, I am going to come and break it down. And can't come blame the centre back, You're not gonna get away with that. I am going to tell you that you're not going to.
But
Because
JD, remember it happened. Remember that it happened in the game. It was the turnover caused by Damian Lowe's fault in the midfield. He wasn't even in the midfield, he was in the attacking third. And he gave up the ball, and the pressure came right onto the centre back. A one pass it took to carry the ball down to the centre back. And it
okay.
happened already. But because the centre backs and Blake came up as big as they did, we were not punished. And people fail to see these things as happening in real time. We are not
Mhm.
here fighting against any players as we are accused, wrongfully accused. But in looking on the football and the progression of the football, you're going to be leaving as we go forward and get closer to the World Cup, we're going to leave some players behind, you know. Right now, with Daniel Johnson struggling to hold down his team in his place in that team, Daniel is going to struggle to maintain a place in the national team heading to the World Cup. He's not alone. He's not alone. If you judge players based on quality and the quality players that we're getting, four or so of our players now that we believe are our favorite players may not make the World Cup team. And that is
Yeah,
all
yeah,
because of the
yeah,
improvement that is required to make us international. We're just not going to make it. They're just not going to make it.
yeah.
It doesn't mean that they are so bad. It means that we're growing.
Yeah,
We're
but
improving.
Our ego, our ego cannot let Pastor. I started my conversation said this mash up Jamaica football. Our ego to believe that we can do everything and people fight with, and we have to get the chance.
Hmm.
That is the sole problem of Jamaica because the first thing they don't see the other players them as the same. So because they don't see that, you never hear Beckford, bro. You never hear Beckford. I said to you, he said it.
Yeah.
So for me, he
Yeah.
said that day, I am done because I figured out, okay, god damn, a man born in England really figured it out. Look how long I'm here figuring out this thing, man. Because that's the problem. And then nothing else. So no we have to carry passengers, no care what happen. We can have a better team, but Jamaica team is always going to fancy that to make up stories to put players in team. It it
Yeah.
it, it happened from '94 and it will continue to happen. I know it happened before because Lindy De La Pena did talk about it as well. You know. When time we did play the match against England and England come and brush you, and and him come out and say, brother, stop on the excuse. And that's from a billionaire going on. If you can play on a field any day, you can play anywhere. That's how him come and say because them in a find excuse of this and that, why them can't do it and them can't compete with the rest of them, but them want in a position. So them want occupy the position without have the capability to do so. Instead, I said JD Jamaica needs to need a dominant midfield to go to the next. I think so, but the coach not trying to play with a ball dominant midfield. He's not trying that. He's trying to at least use his centre backs them to play the passes them. It's just like tacklers in midfield. I think we need to ask him like what is he for the future? Like, are we going to be not playing just wing transition football, but go like several different places. Not Hector running into midfield to play a long pass, but also we can win back the ball in midfield and progress the ball. We don't seem like we have those players, or the system not really showing up the quality of those players to do that job. So it comes with a certain.
JD, I don't believe it is fair to say we don't have those players. Daniel Johnson plays as a 10, but is asked to play deeper line midfield when he plays for Jamaica.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It does not translate. And I know I am not as qualified as Grim in the discipline. However, I believe that my exposure to behavioral science and what is called culture, tradition,
Mm-hmm.
those things factor. If the player spends his entire life playing as a 10 and you ask him to play deep line midfield, he will take the job. He came to play for Jamaica. He's going to go on the park and give it his best. That does not mean it's going to be the best for Jamaica. It
Remember
doesn't
here.
translate.
Remember here. That's the same thing that Beckford said. Yeah. A man said
Yes.
because somewhere him say yes, I will do it because I want to play for the country, but um, I am not going to do the job, the best job I could do, because the man want to prioritize other people, and not even
Yeah.
check to see what this man can truly do. When I already one of the highest rated player in the team at the position, but him can't get team position so for the play somewhere else. So it starts sad.
Look, look,
Avis said
we saw the same thing in the under 20s with the young man they had playing left back.
left back,
When they put him in midfield, he's the damn best midfielder they have on the park.
yeah, but it's just to feel other people in the team. I'm
To put
telling you,
to put somebody else there.
and that's why I said, Pastor, earlier, I don't jump to blame coaches because I know that Jamaica be doing this damn thing for the longest damn time. and we only find
I
them
can
far
speak
away,
categorically from 1990 when I start watching the Jamaica football program.
and they find
1990.
different
It
they,
has
they,
been that way from that time.
they find different ways to get it in. Avi says, we have seen natural midfielders struggle in this region. Sometimes it's finding the right player to function in a specific role. Um, to be honest, Avis, we saw a defensive central came here. The one um we saw the one defensive central, natural defensive central came here was Grant.
Yeah.
I don't think he struggled.
He did
He
not struggle.
he was solid as a player. So I think, and to be honest, Kara Anderson, every time he gets a game, they give him a role, he does his job. So I just believe that if you give them the role, I think obvious, you have to trust the players them. Like, trust the players them that are playing at a higher level. It must be a reason why them get the higher level jobs and the others them don't get it. It's not because of opportunity, lack of opportunity. It's because it's actually right. Because scouts exist for a reason, and they are not playing on black and white TV. Other people see them play. Yes. So that's what we need to cut out from.
JD, in the games in Austria, Cover did not do himself no ill by his performance playing the role. He wasn't 20 years old. He was there because the U20 coach wanted him for U20 and they gave him the opportunity to play. He played in the two games that we lost. However, he did not do himself no injustice. I will forever say what the truth is. We do not in the and it is so sad because the Jamaica that I grew up in is different from the Jamaica football fan base totally, where Jamaica appreciate and love foreigners. But the football fan base no love nothing when about Jamaica. The football fan base is totally xenophobic. I could go far to say racist. Them literally don't want to have nothing to do with persons born off the land, despite these persons being citizens having their passport. Which some Jerry, you know a lot of these Jamaicans who are make these nice about the foreigners, some of them don't have no passport. Them are alien in their own country. And that is why they can't love nobody from over the side because they see themselves as being deprived of something. They are the ones responsible for depriving themselves of it.
All right. Determined to go back to Jamaica. He said, and JD, it's up to the coach to put Low in the right position. But Low definitely make the squad. Yes, he can make the squad. I'm not sure if him don't make
For
a
now,
choice to put him. Pastor, my time, you want to take up my time, and you just take your time. They work now. Sometimes they tell you,
forgive me for adding to your time, adding something to your time. Forgive me. I will stop. I won't do it
listen,
again.
I don't speak as you just take over my time. Jesus God. Pastor, you make me continue with this argument. Blake, your opinion, you are xenophobic because you want all. No, I don't think Pastor is xenophobic. Travis, the man I say him want the best players them in it, and him think the best 23 are all born overseas, or maybe excluded Leon Bailey, which you don't want Leon Bailey on the team, none at all. All right, so Blake, you're okay with Blake in the team, and
Boza is in my 23.
and Boza. So him a
Blake
man
is in my
the
23.
the, the
I
man as
wonder
a
where
talk
them
the
born.
truth. The man as a talk the truth.
Leon Bailey will be in my 23 as soon as he sorts out his debacle. As soon as he sorts that out.
Travis don't want him in a team. So
No, but
even if you're picking to Pastor, you're picking a 23, and the man them where you're putting at 23, he don't want him in a 23, and then born in Jamaica,
and then born in Jamaica.
But true, them do something what him not like. Um, all of a sudden, them trying. I don't know if they're a space them born after. Yeah, but I
All right.
Travis problem that, yeah.
Let me go beyond what Travis just say. to show him.
Pastor, you know, man said my boy question.
It would be better if they put Lambert at CDM rather than have Low a run up and down in a midfield. And I don't believe Lambert makes the 30-man squad right now, presently. And it would be better if they put Lambert in CDM. Answer your question that you said you me not make your answer.
All right. So determine says it's the coach who put him in the right position. Yes. I think he makes the squad, but I'm not sure if he starts. The Canio, number 9 says, does Antonio start? Yes. Once Antonio available for the next 2 years, he starts at Jamaica every single day because we don't have anybody better than him. It doesn't matter. We're fraudulent 433 come here and say. And as we said, as we tell you, him just come here to make a story to try to sell him narrative on him channel. So that's exactly what him gonna do. Cause that people send me, I show me say him gonna make video, over there talk foolishness. So him play every single year until the next 2 years. Nobody now taking position because Dickon here we don't have nobody better. So now listen to them brother and them madness. Yeah. I like it like you I'd like you to do a poll of quota and non-quota. King J, they are not going to say they are not they are against them. This their action, King James. King J. Because remember when we just came here, a lot of them come up with the story about all of them that you see now are pretend, they were the ones that came up with the rejects, because the guys them coming in make themselves feel bad because they don't have nothing in life and they believe that where the other guys they make them feel too small. They can't support these other guys because these other guys achieve something in life. So they came on YouTube calling the guys them rejects. It's because I had to call them out. That's why. So they're gonna pretend and find different narratives to not pretend like they don't want to call them reject, but they want to do the same thing. So when you hear them, I don't play the guys them. I them just can't say reject now. That's all. But them I really like them, man. I'm telling you, man. They don't like them. I'm 100% sure if we have 23 overseas man, if we have 11 man start for Jamaica, half of the stands not gonna be happy. Half fight, if not the whole of the stands not gonna be happy. 100%. That's where you're gonna know them not really like the overseas people. I'm not asking them, I'm telling you. Yeah, but um yes, we're here advocating for Ricketts, Team Travis. You can can we play a false nine, Andre Williams? We ain't seen that for now. We ain't seen that for now. Because I don't think our midfield sorted out as yet, Andre. Um for we to even do that. Anytime we find a stable the CDM, that's what we want. We want that type of person. So we can pick more formations, but I don't and functions on the pitch as well. But I don't see that mean. Peter Mystic said, "I'm comfortable with Low in the midfield. Don't disappoint me and break and be weak-hearted, Pastor." Kevin says, JD, so when diaspora fans call local born players rejects, no man, I don't hear nobody call local players rejects, man. No man. And me say some of them are good. Me assess the players say them are good to what the conversation we are talk about. But Liam Bailey in the team, me not fight Liam Bailey in the team. Me no want Liam Bailey in the team. You don't want Liam Bailey in the team. So me can't argue with Travis. Me can't argue Travis here because the players them what we show, we show so when the man them are the best player them, Me want them in the team. But Travis don't want them in the team. You understand me? So it's hard for argue with Travis because I understand where him try going. But him no willing for forgive. You understand? you know um honestly JD, can you explain the word reject to these people? JD, me no want Leon in the team, not on football basis. Okay, all right, God. Travis have been personal wars them out here, people. So that's All right, so the reject now. What they meant no, because they don't realize that what they are doing is putting themselves down here, because what they're saying is these guys are not good for England. That's why they want to come here. And if they could have made the England team, they wouldn't come here. And some of them is because England reject them. They are looking the third spot. So those are the three bases they have used for these guys. So imagine all of those three bases that people use for them, and people still choose them over you. So what that tells you? That tells you you're good. You get me? That tells you you're not good. Period. So I don't know. So you're gonna feel even worse. You get me?
Jenny,
So that those are the things that they have used.
in issuing the definition, let us look at some of the players that they labeled reject because they did not do their research and know about them. Young Connor Boys Clark, Michael Antonio. These are players that they say are rejects
Hmm.
from England. Michael Antonio was called twice for England. Connor Boys Clark is the captain of the under 20 team. And these are the players that they had labeled
Pastor,
rejects.
they're gonna find different metrics to say that is because them know them don't have no future in a big team.
Oh, so another big team they did get called, and then the big team around
Some
Doug
of
Michael
them are
Antonio
not
for
going to
call
be
him.
big team, but them are gonna say Mikel Antonio. He may have injury, and him know him couldn't get much game time there. It have to mark them like that. You're gonna
Oh,
just know say them does not want them in the team. You
this is a
understand?
man who Jamaica rejected. This is a
But
man who Jamaica rejected.
no, them never research that man at all because that
Good,
Jamaica
good,
reject, Yeah.
good.
So
Mm-hmm,
Ernest,
mm-hmm.
I just say it go, man. That's how we have to make joke of it. We have to make joke of it now. For sure them won't fool them sound. You know. Yeah. So people, thanks for the likes, share, and everything. Pastor, give your final take, big man. All right.
Okay. My final statement will be this. Monsieur Halgrimson, there are 12 points in the first round of the Nations League 2024-2025
Mm-hmm.
that you must get. And I don't care who you play, twice. You have had sufficient time to select the players with the requisite qualities to be in the conversation of Concacaf top three consistently. No excuses. I don't care if he picks all the players from the All Manning or the Costa Cup team. I don't care. It is Grim I am holding responsible. And don't tell me who tell you to pick these players. I don't want to hear that you never know about this player and you were told about this player by which assistant coach. I don't care. I
People,
don't care.
I am going to go inside, and I'm going to give Pastor the time. Yeah, because I've learned that Pastor cannot um Pastor cannot actually just so him as and done. He might forget. So Pastor, you answer the people and do you do. Because see, John have asked questions, some questions in it. Andre Williams says he needs some of them rejects there. There's some more rejects them in it. Because if I got them class as rejects, he need more of them. JD, is there anyone with more technical ability than Low in the midfield presently? Yeah, but almost everybody
Yes,
have more technical
several.
ability. Yeah,
Actually, the whole team.
I think everybody, all of them have more technical ability than him. Almost everyone.
Actually, the whole team.
Almost every one of them. Yeah. So, Pastor, do you think I'm gonna pick her up and come back? Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. As I was saying, going forward, I am holding the coach responsible. Whoever he wants to listen to, it is his CV that is on the line. He needs to protect that. I believe I have heard on more than 7 occasions that he has a contract, and it is that the administrators are holding him to. So it is his responsibility to require of the administrators what is needed for him to be successful at fulfilling his contractual arrangements. And that is how I am leaving that where Grim is concerned. Neil Gordon said we all want the best players, however, they must be willing to play for the Jamaica with heart and passion, not just because them a big baller. Neil, presently, I believe there is only one player that came that it can clearly be supported with evidence that this player came because he thought he was a big baller and that this player actually came in the 98 campaign. I believe that all the players who decided to come to Jamaica play with heart and they came to do their best. This region is no joke. Big name players from Europe come here and it takes them time to adjust. You can't have four luxury players in midfield. Presently, I don't think we have luxury players. I think we have a lot of number 10s in midfield. And I believe the metrics that is attached to these players will justify that response. They too much quality diaspora players available to be picking rookie. And I agree, I fully agree with that. If our local born players are at the level, select them. This year leading to 2026 is not a year where you give player a bus or you give players caps to secure contracts. This year is about winning and qualifying for the World Cup and trying to win some silverware. We have been fortunate to get medals. Grim get him first, what you could say award because he got the team to medal position. Yes, he must be more ambitious and try to get a trophy. Nations League next year, March. It must be that we plan to win it. For all those who have for all those who have an interest in the team going forward, I'm going to make this statement, which is not nice for any of us, even me making it. Some of our preferred players will not make it to the World Cup 2026 squad. They're on their last parados in the upcoming Nations League, meaning that they will peter out between now and 2025. And that's a reality. Any team that you're developing, the improvement will have you shed some players. There were many players who did not make the 98 squad that, in my mind, I would have loved if Gregory Messam had been in the team, but he didn't make it. And so there are going to be some players in this squad that will not make it. So between now and 2025 Nations League completion in March, some of the players that we like to see in the team will get dropped down the ranks till they are the fifth best player in their position, so they will not make the team going to the World Cup 2026. And for all of you who are thinking
So
that
wait, the
we
pastor to finish. Huh?
have to have these
I'm going
players,
from turn yes, yeah, no.
the answer to that is no. So any player you think cannot get dropped, think again, because there are better players out on the market that can take your place.
All right. Sir Pastor, you finish up? Did you finish?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. So people take care of yourself. Smash the like button, share and subscribe. And Tomorrow we will see you. All right. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll see you guys.
Yes,